Regions catching you up with today's local stories. Talks are underway with giant mining companies to make more land available for small-scale miners so that they can obtain mining permits. The Department of Mineral Resources handed over mining permits to former illegal miners in Kimberley today. This in an attempt to root out constant illegal mining activities.
They earned a living in an undignified manner. Previously, they sold their diamonds in the black market, but would now be able to sell on the open market. And the tide is surely changing. A historic occasion for thousands of small-scale miners.
We don't want it when somebody doesn't actually work, but you want to get money, from those who actually work and get stones, So we are structuring ourselves. Everybody, you can work as a team, you can work maybe alone, when you get a diamond, you come to the office, we go to the market, the diamond got sold, you get your money, you pay the tax.
It's estimated that illegal mining costs companies over 70 billion rand. Rules and regulations have been put in place to monitor the issuing of permits, and talks with other big giant companies also on the cards.
I'm told that there are areas in Namakwaland that can also be worked economically. We have been talking to other companies, for instance in Limpopo. We have been engaged since last year with Samanco, where people are looking for access to chrome and so on and so on. I think we are making a bit of progress, although that one is a bit on the slow side.
Illegal mining is even costing miners their lives. For years, the so-called Zamazamas clashed with police and mining companies over what was seen as an illegal activity. But with the new permits, they will now be able to meaningfully contribute to the economy. Reginald Witboy, SABC News, Kimberley.
Well, let's cross now to Reginald and get a little bit more on that particular story. Reginald, thanks very much for joining us. Tell us a little bit more about this story. It's good news, certainly, for these miners who would have been illegal without this help.
Hi, good evening to you, Peter. Well, indeed. First of all, as you can see, we are coming to you live from one of many sites here in Kimberley where they were formerly known as the Zamazamas, where they continued to make a living, and today was really a historic occasion. We know that they've received 600 hectares of land where they would be able now to mine legally and to actually contribute to the economy. They will get much more, as you've heard in the package that just played. Previously, they actually sold their diamonds in the black market, but they are now going to be able to sell it in the open market. And this is really a momentous occasion for thousands of small-scale miners. The word Zamazamas is also not doesn't exist any longer. They are now referred to as a small-scale miners. But to tell us more and just to get a feeling on the ground from a representative, I'm now joined by Lucky Siakui. He is from the Kimberley Artisanal Small-Scale Miners here in Kimberley. Good evening to you, Lucky. Today was really a big moment for you as the small-scale miners here in Kimberley, because previously you've clashed with police and also with mining companies. How do you feel about it?
We actually feel victorious with what have actually transpired. We can say now today that we are also legal, and we will be selling in the right market. We will be competing with other companies there. So right now, the other things that we have to work on, it will be capacity building in terms of other expertise that we need in order to run this organization.
And then also we are sitting here with over 20,000 illegal miners, but only 2,000 on the ground. How's this process of the permits going to work?
What is actually happening with the process of the permit is just in one permit, in one cooperative, there will be 10 people. So a cooperative will be actually issued to those 10 people who are actually in the cooperative. But now, in terms of how are we going to get money, or how are we going to get maybe salary or whatever, we cannot just give anyone money who's not actually working. We need to restructure ourselves. We're actually restructuring ourselves. As you can see there, my guys are working there too. When they get a stone, that stone, it will be taken to the market. Then the tax will be paid. Then other dividend will be paid. Then the rest of the money will be going with them, So it is not like somebody else who's not actually working, who is actually staying at home or sitting at home. You will actually benefit from the sweat of those guys. No, it is not going to work like that. Those guys are the ones that are going to benefit. Tax is going to be paid. And then from there, it will be just some other money that will be paid to make just the organization, it can actually sustain itself.
And then lastly, Lucky, earlier on we spoke to the Deputy Minister, Godfrey Oliphant. He mentioned the fact that they are in talks with other big companies to also come on board. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, it has to be like that because of, like for instance, DBS effectually at the court effectually make it clear that it does not have intention of mining in areas that are on the site in Kenilworth. Now, hence we are saying that because of he himself, DPS, effectually declared that. Now we are saying that because of those areas consist of the floors, then we want those floors to work those floors. So DBS does not actually want to come on board. He must come on board, he must actually give us those areas so that we must work. Right now, as I'm talking, we have just mentioned it to say that we have 20,000 plus minus 20,000 people, but now on the ground is 2,000 people. So we are just actually overcrowding in one place, whereas there are plenty of floors where they are actually DBS actually donated land for agriculture and other purposes, So we need those floors to actually make sure that those floors, we work them, we get stone out of it, we can sustain ourselves.
Thank you very much, Lucky. Well, that was Lucky Siakui from the Kimberley Artisanal Small-Scale Miners, just telling us that they are very happy that they have now received 600 hectares of land to actually mine legally, and also welcome the fact that there are talks underway for other giant companies to also come on board to avail land to mine. And he also spoke about the fact that it's not going to be a free-for-all business. You need to work. You can't sit at home and think that you are going to benefit from this, Peter.
Reginald, just before you go, one issue with these miners and these small-scale miners has always been that of safety. Is that something that's been addressed in handing over these licenses? What will happen to make sure that mining happens safely?
Oh yes, indeed, Peter. Earlier on when we spoke to the Deputy Minister, Godfrey Oliphant, he mentioned the fact that they will be receiving training, and then also resources will be made available, and then they are mindful of the fact that safety is first priority, Peter.
All right, Reginald, that's where we're going to leave it. And a great shot there of a miner busy making a living behind you there, Reginald Witbooi, on top of that story for us in Kimberley in the Northern Cape. Kirshni?
Well, and